Okay, so on the most recent episode of Shannon Sharpe and Chad Johnson's Nightcap episode, Unc relived the story of when he faced Eagles corner Al Harris and recalled a quite memorable catch he had against the DB. And just listening to Shannon Sharpe telling the story was pretty hilarious. Have a listen.
Sir Kate King says, Unc and Ocho love the show, huge fans. 2 questions. Is Fred Taylor Hall of Fame worthy? And how good was B. Dawkins? I only played against Dawkins once.
I played against him once.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think it might have been his rookie year. 98. Did B-Dog come in 98 or 97? Because I played against him in 98 when he was at the Eagles, and I think he was a rookie. So I didn't have a whole lot of dealing with him. I'm a lot older than guys, man. I'm 55, man.
I played against B-Dog once, and the Fred Taylor question, without a doubt.
Yeah. 96? Yeah, okay. B-Dog came in 96. We played against the Eagles in 98. That was the year we followed by back-to-back Super Bowl. I mean, we beat them so bad. I couldn't tell you anybody. You know who was on that team then? Actually, he the DB coach at the Cowboys.
Al Harris?
With the dread.
Al Harris.
Yeah. I ran a comeback on him. Pull that up.
On Al?
And I ran a comeback on him and jumped over his head.
I don't know about that, boy. I got to see that.
Ocho, I caught the ball. I was so high up, he went, split my legs. He went underneath. I couldn't pull it up.
Are you sure it was Al Harris?
Pull it up.
Green Bay Packers Al Harris that played on the opposite side
He was in
Mike
Philly.
McKenzie?
He was in Philly at first.
I know. I'm saying, are you sure that's the same Al Harris we talking about?
But you don't find it. Ran a comeback on him.
and you jumped over his head?
I went up there, caught him. He went up. I don't know. All I know, I was so high up.
Yeah.
he like,
hey, chat. Somebody got to find that footage for me and tweet it to me, please. Pop it up and tweet it to me, please. I need that.
Yeah.
So since they both, Ocho and Unc, requested for the tape, I'm here to provide you with all of Shannon Sharpe's highlights from that game. I will add, there was one play Brian Dawkins almost intercepted a pass that was intended for Shannon, but he ended up dropping the ball. I'm pretty sure if B-Docs would have caught that, Unc surely would have remembered that moment, so I guess it was good that he didn't recall much from that encounter. Anyways, the game was in week 5 of the 1998 season, and the Broncos were 4-0 heading into this game under quarterback Bubby Brister after Elway missed the start of the season due to injury. Philly entered this game 0-4, so you pretty much have a good idea of what was to come. The first notable highlight for Shannon came on the very first play when Bubby Brister connected with Ed McCaffrey, who runs for almost 50 yards, and you could see towards the end of his run, Shannon provided a nice block for some extra yards. And then on the very next play is the one Shannon was talking about during his podcast, where he ran a comeback route and jumped up to grab the ball. And I'm gonna stop it right here. You can see Al Harris tracking back and Shannon Sharpe's ass literally in his face.
Even pause. I don't know what that is. That's molestation.
Unfortunately, there was no better footage or replay of this catch, so you're gonna have to make do what I had to go through watching television during the 90s. But if I'm gonna be honest, Unc had some serious hops here, so I get why he was so animated with Ocho on the podcast. Chad was joking around with him earlier on the show, saying that if he was lined up with Shannon playing DB, he would have locked him up and shit. That's why Shannon got so animated when describing this catch.
If you're a DB, he got no chance. No chance. Zero. What is less than zero? A negative integer? All I needed to know, what position did he play? Now, if he played D lineman, I can't do it. I can't expose. But no matter what he played, whatever the best player was on the opposing team, Ocho, when they left, I guarantee you that they won't think about him as highly as they did before I came into that game. I bet you that.
And see, if I was a DB, I would have locked your ass up, man. I like that kind of talk. I like that. Yeah,
Ocho.
you. Nothing.
Ocho, I wouldn't have to be playing.
I
ain't gonna lie to you, Ocho. I wouldn't have to be playing with Ocho.
Saying.
The next highlight would come in the red zone on this play, where Bubby Brister hit Shannon in the end zone to give the Broncos a commanding 20-0 lead. Next, this play happened in the second quarter, and this is where Brian Dawkins, aka Weapon X, was so close to picking off Bubby on a pass intended for Shannon. Take a look at how close he was to getting that interception. The football literally hit his hands and pops out. And this would be the end of all the highlights for Shannon Sharpe during this game. That said, the Denver Broncos would go on to destroy the Eagles 41-16, with Shannon Sharpe snagging 6 catches for 46 yards and a touchdown.